Hello once again, Niner faithful. Johnny Dell back with another episode of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. This past Sunday, the 49ers were able to soundly beat the Atlanta Falcons, a team fighting for their playoff lives, and improved to 8-6 on the season and 6-2 over their last 8 games. As lopsided as the score was, the film seemed even more dominant, which is good news for a 49ers team looking to keep rolling this Thursday against another team fighting for playoff positioning on a short week. The offense was humming this week as Kyle was able to get in a great rhythm and use the run to set up the pass, then the pass to set up the run, and then back again and back again. On defense, we saw a marriage of good coverage and good pass rush lead to a number of stops and help stifle Atlanta's offensive attack. So let's jump to the film and see how this all happened. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. So after San Francisco fumbled the opening kickoff, they were able to stop the Falcons on the goal line on 4 straight plays. On the final play, this is really just a nice job by Ambry Thomas and Jaquiski Tartt. The Falcons are trying to hit their top draft pick, Kyle Pitts, on a quick out versus man coverage. They're going to run a receiver vertical to create interference on Tartt in coverage and get Pitts open to the outside. Thomas and Tartt see it coming though and play it really well. This speaks to their preparation throughout the week. Thomas is going to get physical with the receiver and jam him just enough to allow Tartt to peel over the top and make a play on the ball. Great job by Thomas to allow Tartt to use his athletic ability to make a play. On the next drive, we're able to hold Atlanta to a field goal try, and it's set up by this play on second down. Our safeties, Ward and Tartt, just haven't been given enough credit this year. They've played at a really high level and have done some things that don't show up in the stat sheet. Here, Atlanta is going to run something we run a lot, which is a speedo concept off play action with an underneath outlet. The speedo is a clearing route, a deep over or speedo route, and the idea being to suck up the linebackers with a run fake, then clear out the coverage and hit a receiver in the intermediate area. We're in cover 4 and Tartt recognizes the play and will cover the speedo route. That's where Matt Ryan wants to go and would have had open, but since Tartt takes it away, he's forced to check it down for a short gain, which leads to a stop on third down and a field goal try. This is all set up by great recognition and coverage by Tartt. Then, after another botched kickoff return, we're going to get the offense going. This time, we're going to run George Kittle on a bubble screen RPO or run pass option. Good blocks and George Kittle being George Kittle are able to take advantage of a heavy box look by the Falcons for a big gain. The offensive line also played really well in this game, and Jimmy G again did a much better job of not trying to force passes over the middle. Here we're going to run a speedo concept ourselves, and the Falcons do a good job of covering the speedo route. And then George Kittle on the check down. But the offensive line held up just long enough, and somehow Jimmy G gets this ball to Jeff Wilson. But overall, the offensive line played a really clean game in pass protection, as you can see on this play just how long they were able to hold up. So with Atlanta playing the vertical stretch well, we come with a deep horizontal stretch. Here, as we motion Ayuk across, you'll see the Falcons rotate late into a cover 2 zone. And we're going to have a double post concept called, which looks to put the deep safety in a horizontal stretch. After the play fake, you'll see the play side safety take Debo on his post. And Jimmy reads the Mike, who's got his back turned and isn't in position. So Jimmy will drop the pass in front of the backside safety and away from the Mike. On defense, we were largely able to keep the Falcons' rushing attack in check by controlling the line of scrimmage and our linebackers, namely Fred Warner, attacking the ball. The defensive line was also able to be incredibly disruptive on the day. Here, the Falcons are trying to hit a deep play-action pass after coming out in a wishbone formation. They'll actually have a good design to get to Kyle Pitts, but the defensive line disrupted the play too quickly for it to develop. DJ Jones splits a double team and gets pressure on Ryan so quickly he's forced to throw it away in the dirt. Then again, the marriage of good coverage and good pass rush come through. Here, the Falcons are going to try and run 3 deep curls, the idea being to horizontally stretch the defense down the middle. We're going to be in cover 3 buzz, and they want to stretch the hook curls wide to hit Pitts over the middle. But again, Ward does a nice job with Fred Warner. You see Ryan is starting his windup and wants to hit Pitts, but Ward and Warner have him bracketed. So Ryan pulls it down, and by that point, the rush is starting to get home and it leads to a sack by Arden Key. Then back on offense, we start out with a big catch and run to get the drive going. We're going to first motion Juszczyk out of the backfield, which widens the linebacker. And we're going to run a slant flat concept, which is a horizontal stretch of that underneath curl flat defender. It creates an easy read for Garoppolo, who makes a really nice throw in stride to Ayuk, who runs right through the defense for a big gain. As a lifelong 49ers fan, this warms my heart because we used to see Rice and Owens take slants like this for big gains all the time in the Dynasty days. So the play action and the drop back pass game start to open up the run game. Here, we're going to run our weak side wide zone, and Brunskill and Compton do a great job on their blocks, and Wilson just reads the linebacker. He sees him fill the inside hole and doesn't hesitate to make his one cut to the outside and go. Juszczyk does a great job on his block, along with Ayuk down the field that helps Wilson get a big gain on the play. Then later in the drive on 3rd down, we're able to pick up a first down on a different version of our old West Coast staple, the play of the catch, sprint right option. This time, it's sprint left option. Atlanta is in man coverage, and you'll see how the play design will work against man coverage to create pick action on Jennings' defender, who was able to pick up a nice gain on the play. We're then able to pick up a touchdown with a fullback dive. Here, we have a nice design by running Wilson wide with Garoppolo almost on an option look, which forces the defensive end to widen, and with Williams and Tomlinson collapsing the edge, it creates a huge hole for Juice for the score. Then back on offense, you'll see the play action game get going again. We come back to the Speedo concept for another big gain through the air. Then on 3rd and long, the offensive line will do a great job along with Jimmy G getting to his 5th read to get a first down. We're going to come with a dagger concept on the play, the dagger being an inside streak with a deep in or dig, and we often pair an underneath curl to create a sucker for a 3-level vertical stretch. The Falcons are in Tampa 2 and do a really nice job in coverage on the play. The Mike takes a streak, and the 2 hook defenders grab the dig and the underneath curl route, taking away 1 through 3 on the progression. Jimmy then gives a quick look to Wilson in the flat, but the cloud defender is there. He then works to Jennings, who did a good job of finding the open space in the zones, and gets a nice gain on the play. That's just a great job by everyone involved here. Which then sets up Debo for a touchdown in the game. This is just power football. We're going to get down blocks up front and bring Brunskill and Kittle around on a kick-out block and lead block, and it springs Debo for the score. Then back on defense, you'll see the defensive line get disruptive again. Atlanta is trying to come with a play-action pass, and we have a nice timed blitz off the edge. Ebukam does a great job of playing the run first, then transitioning to the pass rush to get a sack on the play. On third down, the Falcons are going to come with a flood concept. We're again too disruptive up front. The coverage was actually really good, but it didn't matter. Armstead forced Ryan to move around in the pocket so quickly, Bosa was able to beat his man and cause Ryan to bail out of the pocket before he even had a chance to throw, and runs him down for a strip sack on the play. Back on offense, we then go back to using the run to open up the pass. Here we're going to run another RPO, this time to Kittle. You'll see how this run action and motions by the wide receivers open this stuff up. The Mike has to respect run, so he attacks the run. The Sam has to respect the wide receiver screen, so he flies out on the wide receiver motion. And it gets Kittle about as open as you can get. This is why you see all those motions in and out of the backfield all the time. It puts so much horizontal stress on these underneath defenders that when our offense is stringing these things together, it's so hard to stop. Then we come right back with another RPO, this time to Debo. Jimmy's going to read the linebacker, who moves with the run action, and it opens up just enough of a window to get the pass in. And these are the types of throws that make Jimmy G who he is. He isn't the guy that's going to make a ton of wow throws deep down the sideline, but he's able to make some of these RPO and tight window throws over the middle that complement the run game so well. And this then sets up Jeff Wilson for a touchdown, running behind the same side of the line that Juszczyk and Debo scored behind. Then back on defense, we'll again highlight how disruptive the line was. Here, the Falcons are on fourth down, and Arden Key is just going to beat the guard one-on-one. That forces a bad pass and a turnover on downs. What you're seeing is all this disruption isn't from just one player. It'd be one thing if it was just Bosa or just Armstead or just Bosa and Armstead, but it's multiple players on the line. Bosa, Armstead, Key, Ebukam, DJ Jones. That's exciting to see. Then back on offense, we're able to keep rolling. Here, we're going back to 2019 again. This is the same play we hit to Kittle to win the game versus New Orleans. The Falcons are going to show cover 2, but will be in cover 3 with a creeper blitz. We're going to run Jennings vertical, and Kittle will run an option route. Because Atlanta had tried to disguise their coverage, the flat coverage safety is trying to rotate down late and gets picked off by Jennings' route. And Jimmy and George are both on the same page, which leads to a nice gain on third down for a fresh set of down. So all this play action passing and third down conversions helps set up the run game for chunk gains. It has now forced Atlanta to respect the pass more, and we're able to get nice gains on 3 straight runs. So Atlanta is now going to try and force the issue. They're going to come with a cover 0 blitz to bring pressure. And we're going to have an Ohio concept to the weak side, which is a protection release fade and a quick out. Jimmy saw the blitz coming pre-snap, saw the off coverage, and just makes a nice throw right as he hits his back foot to beat the blitz. Coming back to the fourth down stops, here Bosa and Ward just do a great job on the play. The Falcons are going to try and come with a toss play and make a fatal mistake. trying to block Bosa with a wide receiver. You see Bosa dismisses the first wide receiver trying to block him and goes and gets a second. Norman does a good job as the force defender, and this allowed Ward to stay clean, attack the ball carrier, and make a great open field tackle for a turnover on downs. Then in their last-ditch efforts, we're again able to marry good coverage with a good pass rush. Here we're in cover 2 zone, and the Falcons are going to try and run a bench concept with a corner route and a flat route, looking to put the cloud defender in a vertical stretch. We just do a real nice job on the play. Norman plays this really well and never bites too hard on either route, which forces Ryan to hold the ball. Then as the pocket is breaking down, he looks to the backside dig, which is covered by Tart, and then he's forced to break the pocket and throw the ball away. Then lastly, they're going to try and run a little slant flat to the bottom. Norman and Ward do a real nice job handing off the receivers and staying disciplined in their zone, which forces Ryan to hold the ball and lets the pass rush force Ryan to take off, and Harris and Tart just do a phenomenal job running him down for a stop. Well, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did, and make sure to hit the notifications button to be alerted to when a video goes live. Thursday night is matching up to be a big-time physical game with two teams pushing for a deep postseason run, who both also love to run the ball and set up the play-action passing game. The game is sure to be what Kyle always calls an ice bag game. But if the 49ers can continue to string their offense together and the defense can continue to gel as they have been, the 49ers will be a team that continues to ascend as we near the end of the season. As always, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.